Hello, guys, and welcome to another well, whatever. New camera angle every episode, I guess. Yeah, welcome to the next episode of Higurashi. Finished up Himatsubushi last arc, and now we're doing Mayatashi. New archetype. Starting the answer arcs too, so should be good. I think I don't know what's the public opinion of Mayatashi, because I feel like when I did my visual novel reading, I feel like a couple people said Mayatashi was their least favorite, probably excluding Himatsubushi, which was interesting. I don't know about for me. I feel like most of the answer arcs are actually like pretty equal um to each other for me personally. Though I think if I had to say a least favorite, it might be like Sumi Horoboshi. So it's not Mayatashi. I mean, I liked it. I guess I can see why people don't like it, but I'm actually like pretty excited because on like a gore level, this is like pretty graphic, which is what you can one of the factors an anime can do better than the visual novel is gore factor. Makes you squeamish and stuff, so that should be fun. Also, just a heads up, probably only 2 videos this week for Higurashi. Obviously I missed Monday. It would have been good to post this Monday, but I missed it. So Wednesday, Friday. No third episode Saturday like usual. Just a little busy. Um but yeah. I mean, if a video doesn't get posted at 12, that means there won't be a video for the day. I mean, there have been exceptions in the past, but generally I like to upload my videos before ahead of time and just schedule it for 12. So if nothing comes out at 12, it usually means there will be nothing. But yeah, let's get into this Shion arc. How are they gonna do this? I feel like the first, well, I don't know. I feel like maybe the first episode's just gonna be completely on the fourth year. Because Mayatashi is split from fourth and fifth year. Or maybe the first two will be on the fourth year. I forgot how the split works. I feel like there was more on the fifth year than the fourth. But I don't know, dude. Let's just get started. I'm excited. So, yep, routine. Um, disclaimer: this is a timer-based reaction, which means you need to have a copy of the episode on hand because we're ethical at this channel. Joke. But yeah, bring your own copy, and then we'll watch the episode together. You know, split screen or whatever you do. I will count down from 3, and on go start the episode. You will hear a loud click on the keyboard, so it's pretty easy to sync. And there will be a timer on the bottom right. If you ever get out of sync or you're having troubles, or you just want to see a certain scene, and use that at your discretion. But we are going to be starting episode 16, First Love. Yeah, should be fun. Let's just start. 3, 2, 1, go. That's a new protagonist. Ah, showing this little. It's interesting. I don't say a little kind of ruins the mystery a bit, but it's not like it's been really established, so it doesn't really matter. Like, how many people have actually been thinking about Mia not committing the murders and watching Hirashi? I mean, people might, but it's probably like a lot less than reading the visual novel for the first time. Yeah. Anyway, still same opening. I think someone mentioned it's gonna be the same opening for the whole season. So this is a good one though. Banter time. I have like 3 topics to go between, but actually for this one, last episode, I gotta apologize. I I slandered the brand of AHA, saying that might have gave me the stuffy nose. After experimenting, it's totally just not true. So sorry, AHA. I would I would be drinking you maybe next time. I have some ginger juice. But yeah, AHA is good. I've been getting allergies at the nighttime. It's really annoying because I usually wake up at least like once a night, and it's hard to fall back to sleep. So I've been running the air purifier and allergy medicine. It's rough, dude. Double-edged sword of spring. It's so peaceful, but it's also so annoying. Anyways, we're in St. Lucia's Academy on the Great Escape. Easy. I was like, Kasai? Have you seen Kasai? I don't think we have. Yo, let's see what he looks like. AKA Mr. Lanky. Not too stuffed. Kind of want to see a full body shot. Man. Yeah. Rip Squosing. Even in a flashback, she still has the gun. Though at least they are talking about the situation. I mean, they kind of have to. Ooh, that's bloody baby. Do you think Oryu really tried to strangle Shion? I feel like maybe she put on a show, but I don't think she would actually do that, judging from her character. But she did kind of send Shion to that stool, so maybe not. I don't know. Also, I forgot to turn on the extra light, so it's a little dark in here. But it's okay. Change the pace. Okay. Kasei looks actually kind of better in the anime. It looks a lot more intimidating. Less square of a head. Less length, more bulk. Looking good. I actually kind of like the flow of this so far, even though they skipped the school stuff. But I think the thoughts she's saying is pretty much just saying the core of what's happening and the explanation earlier, so it's a little awkward, but it's also pretty good. Yo, it's Uncle Guy. Shit, I forgot his name. Yoshi W? I mean, why? Bro, why does he. He looks like a beast. Forgot his name. Nice. Dressing up as Mion, even gotta put on the gun. interesting comment. Haven't found a suspect, but you know who it is, dude. Though they haven't revealed that information, I think, so guess it's alright. In the anime. Honestly, this one's like the one I'm always saddest about, awkwardly. Actually, I mean, maybe saddest is not the right word, but this one feels like the most effed up one. Because it's just like, I mean, I don't know if I should say it. Um, it's just messed up, dude. The Furude one. Dude, look at that hat. What is that? It's Shion, huh? This was a good scene, by the way. I wonder if they're gonna do it justice. Well, yeah. Yo, they're showing it. This is what I wanted. Yo. Oh shit. Rip Hojos. Bro, look at Tefe's brother. He looks so good compared to Tefe. Oh man. It's kind of a nice touch. They're like talking like this. In the visual novel, I don't think they disguise at all. They're just chatting in the library. That was a good scene, but not for the reason I was thinking of. I really like the flashback stuff though. That was cool. Yo, what is this jam? It's kind of funky. Well, maybe funky is not the right word. I liked it though. Honestly, it's your fault for putting vegetables straight in the plastic bag, dude. Or maybe that's just normal there. And here we put vegetables in mini plastic bags, then put them in the big one. But yeah. Dude, I love delinquent talk. It's so good. Nice kind of swastika haircut, by the way. Sure. Actually, it's so bad. The Toshi, very stuffed outline, but he's looking good with his actual character. Joe. Interesting adaptation. Probably not as great, but it's good. Bro, Satoshi is tall. I didn't know that. He's like taller than Keiichi, huh? Because Keiichi is like just a bit taller than Mion, I think. Could be wrong though. Yeah. It actually looked like Shen was about to tase them. That's a different one. With their freaking dangerous taser. Tepe. I gotta see the ant. I'm just interested in seeing characters that we don't know what they look like. It's always interesting. I think we've hit most of them. I think. Baseball. Look at those guys in the background, just frozen in place. Been noticing a lot more stuffness in this episode. Not that I care, but it's just entertaining. Yo. Always weird scenes like that, huh? Oh yeah, the Rena scene's coming up. That's a pretty good one. They might end it there, honestly. Or like right after. Rip. Unlucky. Did they skip stuff from the baseball game? They probably, yeah, they had like a grocery trip. Okay. That's why I felt a little awkward. But it is always a little awkward, Shion's obsession with Satoshi. Also, they skipped the talk with the coach, which is kind of sad. I really like the talk with the coach. This talk's good too. Don't worry, we'll go over it. Everything in the post reaction analysis. Anti-Satoko thoughts. Naughty. Also, I was a fool to say that they would finish the whole past fourth year in one episode. I kind of just forgot how much there was of it, to be honest. Dead fish-eyed Rena. I like that sad look. Ominous music. I was gonna say something, but now I forgot. And then I really wish they highlighted this footsteps stuff a lot more. They only really did it in Totodoroshi, and it wasn't as present. Because this whole build up of the footstep stuff definitely should have been a every arc thing. Besides Himitsubushi, naturally, but it's a little less effective. Oh. Oh no, this scene's cursed. Sad Toka. Uh, this is a good scene though. Oh no. Lots of close up on eyes this episode. Interesting. Uh-oh. Not the rice and hot dogs. Oh no. Literally across the room. Well, actually not, but one-handed. Jesus. Like a raid doll. This is pretty uncomfortable, huh? Jesus. And it's so awkward because of the less build up to this than I think it needs. Oh no. Rika! Save her! Jesus. It's Rika. Dude, the blows are so strong. And you always feel bad for Mion, dude. Shion just pulls this shit at Stroll, and everyone just thinks it's Mion. It's unlucky. Oh man. just a nice guy, dude. But like you said, he's at his boiling point. Also, he's not terminal yet, but he's getting there. Dude, it's over already? You insane? Alright, that was an interesting start. I have a lot to talk about. I feel like the art's a little awkward. And it's not, I don't know if it's the anime's fault, but it's just like the build up to that like explosive scene made Shion seem so unhinged because there just haven't really been enough. It just seems like Shion like just met Satoshi and she kind of just went off of Satoko despite like just meeting Satoshi, which is the same in the visual novel to be honest, but there's like a bit more build up, more scenes of them together. This one it seems like way I mean, I keep saying like way crazier, but like maybe that's not the right word. It's just awkward, dude. Don't bully Satoko. Unforgivable. That's also why we're part of Team Mion over Shion. Though, it's not the main reason, obviously. But yeah, that was my Itachi. So it is probably a 2-2 split, huh? We'll finish up the past. Down, 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 down. Responsibility. Jesus. That's a spooky Shion. Alright guys, thank you for watching this episode. We're gonna do some post-analysis. If you want to stay tuned. But yeah, that's my Itachi. We'll be doing an episode Friday and then we'll be back next week, alright? Like I said, two episode week, okay? So first they show off Shion restraining Oryu and dragging Mion, which is fine, I guess. The previews are always kind of interesting, huh? Because remember in the Watch Higurashi preview, they showed the scene with Rita killing herself, and you know that actually happens in my Itachi, so it's a weird choice, but okay, interesting. It shows that she ends. I mean, I guess it's fine, huh? It just shows that Shion's sort of the villain, or at least taking some extreme actions, which I mean she does, so it's not really hiding anything. But yeah, anyways, they show the escape from the school. They pretty much just gloss over that whole thing, which is fine. It's fine. It's not like it's an important theme. But like she basically goes over the whole reason why she's escaping in this situation a bit more. You know, make it a bit more impactful. But if you're not cut anything, it's probably that. So I'll give that a passing grade. Meet Kasai. Again, I actually liked his design in the anime more than the sprite. He's not Mr. Linky anymore. He's like buff, so he looks less awkward. His head's and his hairstyle is less square, so it's looking good. Then we have actually a good scene of her explaining the Sonozaki situation. That how she was hated at birth. Though, again, very brief, but actually, like, pretty effective. I think that's, again, if you're shortening stuff, I think that's good enough. Talk with Mion. Fine, I guess. Angel Moore, dude, I forgot. Too bad I don't remember his name. Because he's actually a named character. But he's a buff uncle, looking good. And the whole swap stuff. Actually, before the swap, I mean, yes, the whole swap stuff happens before the two. Talking about the curse stuff. Was this the scene? No, it was later on, huh? But yeah, murders continuing. Whatever, it's fine. Then the library scene. Like I said, I gave it some kudos. I like the framing of it because in the visual novel, I don't think I could be wrong. I was wrong. Someone did correct me on something into Higurashi, so it happens. But I don't think they were like. I think they were just chatting in the library. This one is so like so hush hush. I mean, one's disguised, but let's be honest, they still look extremely similar. Love Shion's hat though. Nice swag. But yeah, talking about this whole curse situation after Shion learns that it's still going on. Interesting, they also do say the manager says there's no suspect for the first murder. Um, but in the visual novel, you actually know, like everyone knows who did it. They just can't find the person. Um, but yeah, whatever. I don't think they mentioned. They didn't dive into the details too much in the visual novel about the murders, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, I really liked the flashback sequence in this scene. It's probably my favorite sequence of the episode. Talking about the whole Hojo and Frude stuff. And like I was gonna say, even though I kind of switched to them throwing rocks at the Hojos, so I kind of stopped myself. But like this is like the kind of scene I kind of wanted in Himitsubushi when they were driving to find the kid after finding the missing wallet or whatever, like the protest stuff, like the intensity, because this is like really cool. And I love how their eyes are just blacked out to make them look like freaking demons. But yeah, this was a whole cool thing, showing the rift Frude kind of made. Now I need to make the Hojos a scapegoat, which gets explained more, I guess, in Matsuri Bayashi. Also, again, gotta say, dude, look at Teppei's brother. He looks so different than Teppei. And apparently his attitude, I mean, even his voice literally just sounds like Teppei, but he looks so plain. And Satoto's mom looks oddly like Takano. Dude, one of my early theories, though I don't know if I actually expressed this, was like Takano and Satoto were somehow related, but obviously that's wrong. But yeah, good scene. I actually like this. It was good. And then you had the host talk between the sisters. Okay, so like what I really liked about this scene was showing I mean they do. In this scene in the anime they talk, Shion's like, oh, I kind of respect the Furude guy because he sort of didn't make him into a scapegoat. He seemed more mature, and then Mion countered that by saying, oh, if he was matured, he would have followed with the village because we needed unity to stop the dam project. And it's just like it was a lot. I like Mion, like in this one she didn't seem too serious. In the visual novels she seemed serious to the point where it seemed pretty cold. And I think the argument was a little longer, but like I really like that because maybe not too much in this anime, but in the visual novel, like throughout this, up until this point, Shion kept saying, "Oh, Mia and Mian are exactly the same, but we're different because we have different names and different roles from birth or whatever." And which I mean they did kind of mention in the beginning, but it's at the first point where Shion realizes that Mian has changed under the direction of Oryu. I was gonna say the old head, but no disrespect. I like Oryu. But yeah, then you get the nice little touching scene. Shan giving her little speech. Is good. It's good. Then you have the whole. What is this? Okay, yeah. Talking with Mion on the phone, talking about swapping more, and that Oryu's kind of on Shion. Oryu learned that Shion had escaped and they're looking for her. Then we have the whole delinquent scene. Mr. Delinquent with a swastika haircut. Dude, imagine that in present day. That would not go well for you. And then you have the whole, yeah, the Satoshi entrance. The frame I stopped on. Satoshi looks so stuffed. It's good. I really like the visual novel scene better, where Shion was pretending to be weak. She was pretending to like cry to like cause a crowd and make them feel embarrassed, showing her like cunning and sort of bully nature. But in this one, she was just about to pull the taser. She didn't give a fuck at all. And then like Satoshi showed up. I don't know. I kind of like the visual novel one better. This is a little less impactful, but it's basically the same thing where Satoshi gets beat up until the punch scatter. Obviously this leads to a good impression with Shion with the head pat. Yeah, alright scene. It's just not as good, I guess. Talking about Satoshi to Mion, getting the details about the situation. And yeah, obviously Shion liked Satoshi. Someone put it good, explained it better in the comments for the visual novel, like why she's so infatuated, because her school was, her life's been basically like heavily restricted, right? Her school was like elementary to university. It was like a one-track thing, all girls. So, you know, once she felt this or experienced these new feelings, it's a lot stronger than normal. At least that's one person's interpretation, which I like. Then they go right to the baseball game, and this is where it gets a little awkward, because it seems like Shiana just met Satoshi, and it's awkward because of the speed up, because it doesn't feel like they interacted at all, yet she's super crazy to the point where she hurts Satoko. And like in between the scene they meet again, like they go grocery shopping together, they kind of have a talk in the middle of the road. Like they bond a lot more. It's just it's just like so awkward. Like not enough, because there's not enough build up. The scene's awkward is what I want to say. But yeah, baseball scene. Irie talking about Satoshi's situation. The funny edit with the red background, Satoko flying across the screen. Good one. The one thing they did cut from this scene, which is like kind of what makes the scene, to be honest, was Shion muttering, "Oh, so if Satoko wasn't like complaining, then Satoshi wouldn't be hurt." And then Irie starts to like argue with her a bit, saying, like, just astonished she said that, and you know, get into a little word fight or whatever, which obviously Shion regrets, because she's still pretending to be Mion, and Mion would never say that. They did skip that, which is a shame. I think that's good. Maybe it builds up a little. It's a little more build up. It'd still probably be awkward, but it would be a little more build up before Shion's freak out. And I'll just stress that even in the visual novel, it's still awkward. Because I think one of my complaints about Mayatashi during my review was that Mayatashi is like, especially in the fourth year, the time. I feel like they didn't convey the passage of time as well as they could. Like like in most of the Higurashi arts, you have a good grasp on like how much time has passed, but in Mayatashi it was very hard for me personally to catch up on. Like sometimes weeks passed, like from because like once you hit to the baseball game, which they don't show at all, right? It's literally been like a couple weeks. I feel, maybe I could be wrong, but at least like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks since Shion first met Satoshi. But in the visual novel, it's literally like Shion asks about Satoshi to Mion over the phone call, and then they show the baseball scene, so you assume that it like just recently happened. So yeah, but there's definitely at least been some time for Shion to like think about Satoshi more, to like grow this feeling of love, and it's not right away. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. You know, the Rena scene, I think it was fine. I mentioned it in the reaction. Excuse me, and I really do think they should have built the footsteps thing throughout all the arts, because it's one of the mysteries of Higurashi, and they really only highlighted it in Totoroshi when it's been present since Anotakashi. And you know, you can be honest and say like, is it that important? And the answer is kind of yeah, but like honestly, kind of no. um, but still, like it makes this scene a little less impactful. Though Rena being crazy is pretty cool. It's kind of interesting they went with dead fish eyes Rena instead of sharp cat eyes Rena for this scene. Because in the visual novel it was all the same, dead fish eyes, but you know, it's a bit more of an aggressive scene. But yeah, the scene itself is pretty good, talking about how Satoshi is also starting to feel annoyed about Satoko, um, which they dig into a lot through the series, and it's pretty good, but I don't think it goes into it too much in this arc. Or it does. But yeah, that was good. Um, and it kind of, I guess it kind of also helps with Shion's outbreak, because, you know, she heard that Satoshi's also personally saying that he's getting tired with Satoko, so it makes a bit more sense. But yeah, I think this scene was fine. Then you have the whole going to school as Mion, because you know Shion wanted to get closer to Satoshi and maybe help. That sad Satoko, grumpy Satoshi with his dead fish eyes. So that was aesthetically pretty good, at least. I think they did that well. At least the conversation of Satoshi brushing off Shion. Then she just kind of snapped because Satoko's crying. And I don't know what it is about like the fight scene that's still, but everything seems like so much stronger. Like what was it? Yeah, it was Totoroshi and freaking Satoko just yeeted Keiichi across the room, and it's just, it's so rage dolly, dude. So yeah, Shion assaults Satoko, throws shit at her, and then very unhinged. Like I was saying, very awkward since there's less build up. It seems, at least to the reader that, or not the reader, the watcher that, well, maybe some other people kind of seen it differently, but from my perspective, it seems like they like just met a couple of days ago. So like, why the heck is she going so crazy? Maybe it's just like a sign of her character too. Because even with the build up, it was still awkward. Because you know they've only known each other for a couple months and they barely interacted. But yeah, anyways, abusing Satoko, no good. Rita protects. That was always a great scene. And then right when Shion was about to yeet the chair, Satoshi comes in, pushes her, and just kind of yells at her. I do like in the visual novel, I think Satoshi like freaking tackles Shion. In this one, he kind of just like throws her away, but it's in the visual novel, it was like way more violent, and he's like, yeah, what do you think you're doing? And just freaking slams her. And I think he was about to like scrap with her, but Rena stopped it. But Satoshi's speech was really nice, talking about, you know, and it made sense why he hates Mion, because the Sonodaki's literally made their lives pretty hard. It is interesting that they cut out the part where they actually kind of make up, because Rena makes them, like, you know, kind of talk it out, and both Satoshi and Shion kind of apologize, though obviously Shion still hates Satoko. Though I think Satoshi was being more genuine than Shion. And then they talk, and then, you know, Shion's thinking about freaking Satoko's ruining it all. But yeah, Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag. I feel like the first half I thought was pretty good. This maybe minus the delinquent scene. But I liked the flashbacks. I liked everything else, I feel. Library scene, I wish they kind of made Mion seem a little spooky. Because it is a nice, like, reveal. Like, Mion's acting kind of creepy throughout the arc before Shion makes her move. So it really does feel like Mion's about to, like, be like the evil one until Shion freaking just, does what she does to her. But they're probably not going down that route. Though they'll probably still show her being creepy in the next episode if they get to it, which I assume they will. But yeah, they excluded that. Um, yeah, baseball scene. Really wish they had that argument with Irie. That's one of the better scenes. Talk with Rena was fine. Abusing Satoko scene was pretty good though. Again, the makeup scene. I mean, if you skip the makeup scene, it makes Shion seem even more desperate. So maybe it's not a bad thing, but yeah, I think it was solid. Solid opener. Could be better. Um, but I mean, it's just an opener. We're not get freaking crazy. Even in the next episode, it's not gonna follow the same formula where the first half is more calm and maybe a bit creepy, but more fun in general. But in my Tashi, it's just it goes hard in the first half too. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for some fun stuff. But yeah, decent. I give it a decent out of 10. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. Next time we'll check out I assume the other half. I assume it's gonna be, I mean, it might not be 4 episodes, but maybe. If it is 4 episodes, it'll be the second half of the past. And see how that goes. What happened there? I mean the nail scene. The classic nail scene. Hopefully they do that justice. That's a very fun scene. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you enjoyed wrapping it up. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.